Learning English is a lot easier when you listen to stories, and today's story is here to prove that. By just listening, you'll pick up new vocabulary and structures without even noticing. Before we start, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our exciting daily stories. It was a cool morning when Emily decided to go for a walk. The sky was a soft gray, and the breeze made the leaves rustle softly on the trees. She pulled on her old, worn-out jacket and stepped outside, feeling the familiar chill of early autumn on her skin. Emily didn't have a plan for where she was going. She just wanted to get out, clear her mind, and enjoy the quiet. Her feet led her through the narrow streets of the town until she found herself near the old stone bridge. It was a place she hadn't visited in a long time, not since she was a little girl. Back then, the bridge had seemed huge and magical, like something out of a storybook. Now, it looked old and a bit forgotten, with moss growing between the stones and cracks in the pavement. As she crossed the bridge, Emily felt a sudden pull, a strange feeling that made her slow down. She looked down at the ground and saw something small lying between the cracks in the stone. It was a tiny envelope, yellowed with age, and it had her name written on it. Emily froze. She had no idea how it had gotten there, or who could have left it. She bent down, her hands trembling a little, and picked up the envelope. It felt warm against her fingers, and when she turned it over, she saw that it was sealed with a piece of red wax. The wax was stamped with a symbol she didn't recognize, a simple shape that looked a bit like a spiral. For a moment, Emily just stood there, holding the envelope and staring at it. She looked around, expecting to see someone hiding nearby, watching her. But the bridge was empty, and the only sounds were the soft whisper of the wind and the distant rush of water below. She carefully broke the wax seal and opened the envelope. Inside was a small piece of paper with a short message written in neat handwriting. "You were meant to find this. Trust the path." Emily's heart beat faster. She turned the paper over, but there was nothing else written there. No name, no date, nothing. Just those words. She looked around again, feeling a strange mix of curiosity and unease. Who could have left this here for her? And why? She slipped the paper back into the envelope and put it in her pocket. For a long moment, she stood on the bridge, trying to decide what to do next. Finally, she took a deep breath and continued across, her steps slower now, her mind filled with questions. On the other side of the bridge, the path split into two. One path led back toward town, the familiar way home. The other path curved down into the woods, a narrow trail she hadn't walked in years. Emily hesitated, thinking about the message. Trust the path. Without fully understanding why, she turned and followed the trail into the woods. The air grew cooler as she walked, and the trees formed a thick canopy overhead, blocking out most of the light. The path was uneven, with roots and stones making her step carefully. As she walked deeper into the woods, Emily noticed something strange. The trees seemed to lean toward her, their branches arching overhead like a tunnel. The leaves whispered softly in the breeze, almost as if they were speaking. She felt both nervous and excited. The trail led her to a small clearing, where a circle of stones sat in the middle of the grass. At the center of the circle was a smooth, flat stone with a spiral pattern carved into it, just like the symbol on the wax seal. Emily's breath caught in her throat. She stepped closer, her heart pounding. There was something lying on the stone, a small key, old and made of dark metal. Emily picked it up and turned it over in her hand. It felt heavy, and the spiral design was carved into the handle. She had no idea what the key opened, but she knew it was connected to the message. Suddenly, the air in the clearing shifted. The leaves rustled louder, and Emily felt a shiver run down her spine. She looked around and noticed something new, a faint path leading away from the clearing, one she hadn't seen before. With the key in her hand, Emily followed the new path. It wound deeper into the woods, the trees growing thicker and the light dimmer. After a while, she reached an old wooden door set into a hillside, almost hidden by ivy and moss. The door had a keyhole shaped like a spiral. Emily's fingers trembled as she fit the key into the lock. It turned smoothly, and with a soft creak, the door swung open. She stepped inside and found herself in a narrow tunnel lit by flickering lanterns. The air smelled of earth and something sweet, like flowers. The tunnel led her to a small underground room, where shelves lined the walls, filled with old books, bottles, and strange objects. On a table in the center sat another envelope, just like the one she had found on the bridge. This one also had her name on it. Emily opened it and read the message inside. "You are closer than you think. Follow the signs." As she stood there, the lanterns flickered softly, and Emily realized that this was just the beginning of something much bigger. She didn't know where the path would lead, but she felt ready to find out. By listening to this story, you've learned so many useful English structures and words without even trying. That's the magic of stories. They help you grow your language skills while enjoying a great adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. What do you think Emily's key will unlock next? Have you ever found something mysterious? Share your story with us. And remember, we'll have a new adventure for you tomorrow.